Hello friends, welcome to Let's Crack OPSC. ଆଜିର ଭିଡ଼ିଓରେ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ଟପିକ୍ ଡିସ୍କସ୍ କରିବା ଯେଉଁଟାର ନାଁ ହେଉଛି ocean currents. Ocean currents କ'ଣ and the various factors that affects ocean currents and types. So this video will be divided into two portions. In the first portion, in today's portion, we will only discuss about the ocean currents. What is ocean current? What are the factors that influence ocean current and how ocean currents influence the weather patterns of the world. So let's begin. So you may have seen this surrounding your home, your office, that water never stays still in one place. It always moves, or some movements happen on the surface of water. It never really stands still for a long time. So what is this? This is water movement, and ocean current is nothing but the continuous movement of water from one place to another. The ocean water continuously move, and the pattern in which it moves, and it has various patterns in the whole world. In different ocean, the ocean water moves in different direction continuously and in a predictable patterns. In some predictable patterns it always moves. So this idea I'm giving you to tell you about the ocean current. What is ocean current is that basically it is the continuous and predictable movement of water in a certain direction that causes ocean current. This is a map. This is called as the duck experiment, which gives another idea to the topic of ocean current. What really happened is in 1992, in the northern hemisphere, in the northern Pacific Ocean, one ship was carrying 28,000 of ducks, toy ducks, you have seen. That ship was carrying that toy ducks, 28,000 of them in the container in it. Then what happened? It got caught in a storm. So in that storm, the ship sank, and the 28,000 of ducks that were present in that, they became up to the surface of the ocean, and they didn't stick together. They actually moved in a certain pattern. Where the water moves, the duck moved. So in which direction the duck moved, it gave an idea of how ocean currents work. They actually moved in certain direction, and after some months or some year, the 28,000 of ducks actually spread it throughout the world. How that happened? Because of the different ocean current, due to which the ocean of the whole world is continuously moving through some paths. In that path, the ducks spread it into the whole world. So it gave researchers about the importance of ocean current and how it works. Hope you understood it well. Ocean currents are patterns of water movement that influence climate zones. It affects climate zones and weather patterns around the world. They are primarily some factors are there which drives the ocean currents, which influence the ocean currents. What are they? Generally, the factors are wind, density difference in water masses that caused by temperature and salinity variations, and gravity. So ocean water moves in two directions. Actually, the movement of water can be in two directions. One is vertical, one is horizontal. So the horizontal movement, we call it as ocean current. The current is generally the movement of water in the horizontal direction is called currents, and the vertical movement of water is called as the upwellings or downwellings. If the surface water goes down to the deep portion of the ocean, then it is called downwellings, and if the deep water comes to the surface of the ocean, then it is called as upwellings. Ocean currents are also critically important to sea life. How? Because they carry the nutrients and the food that stored in the deep ocean, that it itself continuously move. As it continuously moves, then it takes the food and nutrients with it, so that the organisms that lives in the various parts of the ocean, they get it, and their life cycle continues. And some food chain also works because of ocean current. And also the reproductive cells, they carried the ocean currents carried with it, due to which some reproductive cycles also takes place. There are gyres in each of the oceans, specifically in the Pacific, Atlantic and Indian Ocean. What is gyre? It is a system of rotating ocean current, particularly those involved with large wind movements, is called as gyre. The large wind movement in a certain space, it causes the water surrounding that area to move in a circular way. It can be clockwise and it can be anti-clockwise. So that big circular movement, we call it as gyre. In the next slide, I will gonna show you the picture that will give you the idea of gyre. So here you can see that in North Pacific, North Atlantic, South Pacific, Indian Ocean, South Atlantic Ocean, you can see the big gyres that is happening. In these gyres, that generally in the northern hemisphere, the gyres that are present in the northern hemisphere, that are going in. You can see that these are going in clockwise direction, this is going in clockwise direction, but these are the gyres that are present in southern hemisphere. So these are moving in a anti-clockwise direction, not clockwise. Okay, so these are the gyres, the big gyres that present surrounding the whole world. Current direction. In general, currents in the northern hemisphere travel in the clockwise direction in a gyre. As I said, just that gyres moves in circular direction in clockwise in the northern hemisphere, and in southern hemisphere travel in anti-clockwise direction. The exception of current direction in the Indian Ocean, some exception is there in the current direction, specifically in the Indian Ocean area, due to monsoon, which changes seasonally. So the current temperature, in general, currents in the western part of every continent are cold. So these are some general perception that current temperature, the current which are present in the western part of every continent are generally cold. Second is current coming from polar region are generally cold. The current which moves from polar region to the equatorial region, generally it is cold. Currents near equator are generally warm due to sunlight. Due to sunlight, the currents near to the equator are generally warm. The ocean has an interconnected current or circulation system powered by wind, tides and earth's rotation, which is specifically called as Coriolis effect. Temperature, salinity and water density differences. So these five oceans which are present in world, it is interconnected with certain currents and or circulation, which the system is powered by wind. Wind is one factor, tides is one factor, earth's rotation, which is called as Coriolis effect, it is also affecting ocean current. Temperature differences, that also affects ocean current. Salinity, the salt water content, also affects ocean current, and water density differences. So basically the ocean current is divided into two kinds. One is surface current and one is deep water current. So the surface current is generally 10% of the ocean water is surface current, and the 90% of the ocean water is called deep water current. So types of ocean current is horizontal currents and vertical currents. As we have discussed, in the surface currents, these are the currents that occur on the top layer of the ocean and are primarily driven by wind. So the specific layer that is 300 to 400 meter from the ocean surface is that portion or that width of the ocean water is that is surface currents, which mainly dependent on the wind. They affect the water on the upper 300 meter of the ocean. Deep water currents, as opposed to surface currents, these occur on the upper surface of the ocean. Deep water currents occur on the deep inside the ocean. As they occur far below the surface, they are not influenced by wind. So these are influenced by the difference in water density resulting from the variability of water temperature, that is thermo and salinity, that is combinedly called as thermohaline circulation. The process is called as thermohaline circulation. So this is it for this video. In the next video we will discuss about the other classifications of the ocean current, that is hot or warm currents and cold currents, and some major ocean currents present in the world. If you find this video helpful, then share it with your friends and colleagues, and don't forget to like this video. Thank you.